Marywood, really appreciate them getting on the road and giving us a game today. They were really, really disciplined. We knew it on film, and this is a good test for us. This time of year, yes, we want to win ball games, but you also want to really focus on the things that are important to you, our defensive intensity and some of the non-negotiables that we have. They tested them. And so, kudos to Marywood. I think that's I have no idea who's in their league, but I can't see too many teams at that level that are going to be that disciplined offensively and defensively. So really proud of our team coming out, competing, playing hard, and just sticking to our principles offensively and defensively. So,
Duane, just how much did you guys get done here over the last week between games, almost a week between games? How valuable was that just for tonight, but also for moving forward?
Yeah, we got quite a bit done. I would even say going into the Rutgers game, with Carson going down, we're going to do some things differently defensively, and we started to work on them in preparation for Rutgers. I thought that, from what we saw, it's like, hey, I think we're on to something. So we're kind of building on that, and then also doing some things offensively with some of our guards. I think you see we're posting our guards a little bit. We're going to do that a little bit more. We got to have more. We got to be able to do some things to facilitate from the post, and we don't have your traditional bigs. Juice going to be one of them, and obviously Chris. But we got some pretty good passing guards who have good size as well. So it's giving us an opportunity to work on some of those things.
All right. Congrats on a great win tonight.
Thank you.
Coach, I'm wondering, what is the reasoning and value behind scheduling games against D3 and D2 schools that you guys are going to beat up on, like Marywood? And what are the most important lessons that you guys learned from these games?
Well, we're so young. We try to balance the schedule out. We got 4 bye games, for every Rutgers and UVA and VCU and games like that. We're gonna balance them out in games like this. This is good for us to compete, in front of fans and everything, but also referees and some people may say, hey, it's a practice game or whatever, but nonetheless it's a game, and we come out here and we compete as hard as we possibly can. So hope that answers the question a little bit. Yeah.
Julen, the dunk that you had, I see the smile on your face. You got a big smile.
Was that a dunk? Do we really consider that a dunk? Come on.
Every time.
And see, he says it, and you had the little tongue wag on you when you were coming back down the floor. Take me through that play.
I think one of the biggest things the coaches harp on me this year is crashing the O glass. And ball was just in the perfect place, and I got to just drop it in. So, yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah, Kade, tonight you played excellent defense. You got 3 steals while also only missing 1 shot from the field. How do you, especially as a freshman, how do you manage both being on top of your defensive assignments while also shooting so efficiently from the field?
I would say my game just starts on the defensive end. Like my night might always be on offense, so I just always got to bring it on defense, and that'll carry over to offense. Like I put the work in on offense, so I know the shots will go in, and if they don't, I just got to keep shooting. But it all starts on defensive end, getting steals and getting easy buckets.
Duane, with the game that Kade had, turnover free, 6 assists, all that. Just I know that's not the same level you're going to see for most of the rest of the season, but just how encouraging was that, and just this entire month so far been for him?
Really encouraging. That's why we recruited him. There's so many things that he does that don't show up in the stat sheet tonight. He made shots and things like that, but where he's extra valuable is those things that don't show up: the deflections, the extra pass, the diving on the floor for a loose ball. And then tonight it was also great to see, like, we hope we're not there to be in a pinch, but, he ran some point guard today, and he did some things with his voice that let me know, like, he was being intentional of playing the point guard position the right way. So I have a point guard to make it. We'll see. We'll see.
Julen, I just want to ask, can you talk about your versatility a little bit, both on the defensive side and on the offensive side? You had a double-double tonight. What are you doing right now that's working for you?
Yeah, the off-season was the biggest thing. I put in a lot of work to be more athletic and be more agile with my feet. So I think that was one of the biggest things for the defensive side and moving better on offense. But I think that's like the best thing about my game is my versatility, being able to share the ball, being able to shoot and like finish inside. So I think it brings a lot of value to this team, and I'm glad that the coaches put me in like the best positions to do all that stuff. So yeah.
If I could piggyback on that, one of the things I'm really, really proud of this guy, because when I go back and I watch film from last year's team, I know he wanted to play. He really, really wanted to play. And when I watched the games, he was the loudest one on the bench, like cheering guys on. And we sat down at the end of the year and I said, hey, man, I know you weren't happy with the playing time, but you've got to get in better shape. You got to shave some weight. You got to get more fleet of foot and everything. And he's just worked his tail off to get to where he is. He's still got a long way to go. Makes some numb nuts pass sometimes and leaves his feet and everything. But he's been very intentional about putting himself in a position to have success. So I'm really, really proud of him. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Coach, just on the defensive end, I mean, Marywood only made 1 3 in the first half, and you guys held them to 4 of 32 the entire game. How proud of you were you of your guys on the perimeter defensive side of things?
Oh, it was good. It was good. Obviously, the size and athleticism is a big difference. Now the key is, can we do that, Friday afternoon? Can we do that Saturday? Can we do that Sunday? There's going to be better competition, obviously. So can we maintain, keeping the ball in front of us and keep us out of rotations where guys are getting wide open threes? That happened a week and a half, whatever it was against GW. Like, that's the difference. Can we guard the ball well enough that now we don't have to come over and help so much, where now we're like 2-on-1 on the backside, 3-on-2. So this is it's a step in the right direction, but we still got a long way to go. Yeah. All right, turkey time. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.